Hello friends. Tomorrow you're going to take your fraction division test, and it's all just going to be either whole number divided by unit fractions, or it's going to be unit fractions divided by whole numbers. So we're going to go over how to do both and what the difference is. The numbers are the same in both problems, and I'm going to show you what the difference is in the procedures. If we're starting with a whole number like 4 and dividing by a unit fraction like 1/3, what we're asking is how many 1/3s are there in 4 wholes? So we can make a model that shows 4, and we can divide those 4 into thirds. Then we're asking, in these 4, how many thirds are there? And you can see it's a 3 by 4 array, so there are 12. To use the algorithm, what we're going to say is we're going to change the division to multiplication, and we're going to use the reciprocal fraction. So 1/3 becomes 3 over 1. 4 times 3 over 1 is going to give us 12. This works because it tells us how many pieces to split our model of 4 in and how many pieces we're going to count. Okay? The other way around is when we start with a fraction and we're dividing it. This is why we wind up with a fraction. When we start with a fraction, we're starting with something small, and then we're looking at a small piece of that. Here we're starting with a whole number. We're breaking it up into pieces, and we're counting how many pieces there are. So now I'm going to make a model that shows 1/3. Okay? This whole thing shows 3/3, but we're going to focus right here on just 1/3, and we're going to divide those thirds by 4. Okay? So what we're asking is when we take a third, we divide it into 4 pieces, what size are those pieces? This piece right here is 1 out of 12. So we're looking at 1/12. The same algorithm works as here. I can start with 1/3. I can flip my division sign to multiplication, and I can flip 4. We can think of this as 4 over 1. I can change it to 1/4, multiply across, and get 1/12. Okay? It's not hard to multiply. It's just hard to remember the rule for both. But I promise you, if you think about what each of these means and you draw a model, you will get the right answer. Good luck. See you tomorrow.